whiskey lovers, and welcome to another one of Mark's Whiskey Ramblings, or perhaps I should say Ni Hao, because I am in Taiwan. I am in Taichung, which is the second largest city of Taiwan, and as you can see, it's a beautiful day here. Now, it's a very bustling city, so it comes as no surprise that smack in the middle of the downtown Taichung, there is this beautiful green lawn botanical garden that also houses the National Museum for Natural History. Now, that's a bit of a tongue twister, but I've got just the thing for that, and that's whiskey. Now, this is an Isle of Jura, and it's been way too long since I've tried an Isle of Jura, so I thought I'd go immediately for the big guns and bring out the Isle of Jura 30-year-old. Now, the 30-year-old listens to the name Camas and Staca, which means standing stones, and it refers to all the ancient stones which are spread all over the island, an island which was sometimes called a, how should I put this? George Orwell was there when he wrote his novel 1984, and he called it the most unget-toable place in Scotland, which I can imagine about 100 years ago was quite a feat to reach. Even now, you have to fly into Islay and take a ferry across to the Isle of Jura, because there's only one road, one hotel, one distillery. Isle of Jura Distillery, and this is the 30 years old. It actually matured for 27 years on a American oak before it got a finish for 3 years on Amoroso sherry casks. So that makes it a 30 years old, and it is actually bottled at 44% ABV. It's got a beautiful bronze color, as you can see here. It's a deep bronze actually, and it is bottled at 44% ABV on the nose. Wow. This nose is deliciously fruity, and there's loads of different sorts of grains and nuts in there. Let's call it a muesli. Got some raisins, some apricots, coconut, some pomegranate, and banana. And there's this lovely hint of smoke that lingers in the background. Must be wood smoke. Might even be just a touch of peat as well, of course. It is an Isle of Jura whiskey. It even smells a bit fatty. It's very, very creamy, very sturdy. It's got a good body, I think. Wow, this is an amazing nose. Right, on the palate then. Oily and sweet, but it also immediately turns a little bit, how to put this, umami, you know. It's not meaty, but it is quite umami. It's very enjoyable as well. I get some, it's like some smoked meat, baby, and there's some pine nuts on a bonfire as well. A nice spiciness with some black pepper, I'd say, and some licorice and a hint of cloves. But now, mid-palate, the fruit returns, and it keeps it quite balanced. It keeps the oak a bit at bay, but there is this, there is a huge sherry influence here. All the dark fruits, the licorice. It's big. It's very enjoyable. It's mouth coating. It's a wow whiskey. And on the finish then. I get a nice smokiness on the finish. Fades rather quickly, but there's a nice return of the fruit and a bit of spices as well. Fades gently, but just a tad too quick to my taste. I would have loved this 30 years old Isle of Jura to linger just a tad longer. But having said that, this is a great and complex Jura, a bottle which will set you back. It's tough. It's going to be 450 euros if you can still find it. So, not for everyone, but very enjoyable indeed. A beautiful Isle of Jura whiskey from the city of Taichung in Taiwan. How beautiful is that? For me, that is literally the other side of the world. And that's all for this Whiskey Rambling, and I hope to see you at one of Mark's Whiskey Ramblings real soon. And until then, may the malt be with you.